Hello, everyone. This is Monsef Afker, and thank you so much for joining us in this new call of Your Divine Uniqueness. So, yeah, happy to connect with you again, whether live or on replay. And also very excited that Rayania Chaenn is back on the show. She joined us a few times now, and I should say, like she always brings so much love in the messages that she shares herself and that she channels. And also during the activations or meditations that we had with her, it's been really, really profound. And really, how to say, it helped us to connect back to the heart and be in that space to remember, how to say, to remember the loving space that we can create from, and where we can really connect to our truth, to our gifts, to our divinity, and embody that and share that in the physical world. So yeah, very very excited that she's back. And today's call is about activating your galactic or ancient wisdom, creating your new paradigm life. And so yeah, she will be sharing about that. And in the beginning, we will start by a short guided meditation to help us to open the space, and then we'll dive deeper into the subject. And also later she will channel a message for the group, and then we will take questions from you. So as always, you can ask your questions by typing them on the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And also you can raise your hand by pressing reactions, then raise hand on Zoom. Yeah, and for those of you who are new to Rayania, she is an intuitive channel, energy healer, and Galactic Retreat Host. And yeah, so that's Rayania. Welcome back. Happy to have you with us.
Yeah, hi Monsef. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. Our call today is just synchronistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been feeling so much inspiration lately, and I'm sure intuitives such as you, listeners, that we are all feeling something is shifting, right? Like we have gone through a
Yeah.
lot very intense energies. And so September onward, it's gonna be like it could be a joy ride, a happy ride. And so I'm so honored to be present with you and have this opportunity to bring through a lot of a lot of information. And as you were saying that right before we start this conversation, I put on makeup a little bit, and then I was like crying because I was feeling so much love was streaming down or streaming through the cosmic already. So I would love to just dive right in and then open the space. And
Yeah.
so this for those of you, thank you for being here live with us. And for those of you that watch replay, if you are able to find a space to allow yourself to close your eyes and take a few relaxing breaths. Just allow yourself to tune back into your parasympathetic systems. So breathing slowly and deeply to the bottom of your belly. And when you breathe out, just allow yourself to become aware where in your body is intense. And so just allow yourself to relax and calling in the light to that part of tension. So I want to invite you to open the space with us, breathing to your heart and breathe out from your heart. On your next inhalation, breathing to your heart and bring all your awareness, all your consciousness, all your thoughts back to your heart center. And allow yourself to call back all your energy, no matter what time you are, where you are. Allow yourself to come back to your heart and ground yourself to the crystalline core of the earth. And we are calling in 4 elements, 5 elementals, and the galactic celestial dragons, and then calling in the source light to this space. Allow yourself to become aware. Maybe you can sense, see, feel, visualize, or just comment the knowing that you are receiving streaming down the source light, the white light, the golden sparkles from the source, the love from your team, and allow this beautiful light streaming with the golden plasma to clear cleanse your field. Allow yourself to be in this beautiful, bigger container, this filled with light, and in your personal sphere of light of your aura, you are also creating and purifying your auric field. So we are collectively creating a higher vibrational space for you to open to receive what you are meant to, what you are ready for. And many of your soul star families and your higher self and your team are already showering you with the love, with their streams of love through your heart, through your field. And they want to thank you for being here in this spectacular journey of the earth. And my intention is to allow this space to only receive the highest information, highest guidance available to assist you on your journey. May you receive what you need to receive to assist you on your next level of your own personal human journey and your soul evolution. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Whew. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rayania. Yeah, really great to start with the meditation. Um, and yeah, so today's subject's about galactic and ancient wisdom, accessing that, and also creating our life from like based on that connection. So also you mentioned like in the beginning like the energy of September, and also we know like there are potent energies currently in this month that can be sometimes very, it depends, like it can be intense, it can be like sometimes exciting. So why would you like to, you felt guided to share about that that subject today?
Yeah, thank you for this beautiful question. Yeah. So I personally, and I feel many would resonate, like many of us has been feeling this sense of something is going to happen. Like, like we have this feeling of we are ready to offer our service. We are ready to be, to find, connect with our purpose and to really fulfill our mission, fulfill our purpose, and that feeling of it's gonna happen, it has been like dangling for me. My perception that it has been, many of us have been feeling that sense of feeling that it's gonna happen. We are getting ready, and at the same time, actually, we've been really, cosmically, and also astrologically, and from the inner earth as well. A lot of energy are really coming up for us. Many of the light workers being feeling ready but not able to step up because we are actually being prepared to work through deeper layers of the construct. So it's beyond what we think of, self-doubt or the wounding from the emotional unavailable parents, for example. So it's deeper than that. It's the collective construct, such as the programs of the cultural and the ancestral and the collective. So I feel right now, like this month onward, all of a sudden that there's a lot of forward movement energy happening. And it feels like many light workers or, visionary leaders are getting ready. Like finally, there's this life force coming into what we are here to do. And it's almost like the energy is so vivid that we are given choices very quick choices to see how much the healing has taken place. Does that make sense? So instead of keep healing, that we are prompted to make a different choice, to take different action. And in that action, that comes with a different frequency. And so on top of that, we are being also, given the opportunity to open deeper to the layers within us. That is, it's like a gem within us that holds so much wisdom and gifts and ability from different lifetimes from across galaxies and multiverses. So of course, it's a collective effort through many generations that we are able to tap into, allow the Gaia Earth itself as well to raise to such a vibration that we are able to open this access portal to different lifetime of ours. And it is really become so much easier if we are willing, if we are curious, if we are interested, right? If that's calling us, then there's this portal available for us to dive in, to really, when we say activate, it's almost like you can access and then bring it back to our energy field, like bring it back to our physical reality. Yeah, so I will pause here because I think I feel that's a lot and it's a bit over the place.
Yeah, I mean, what you just said is very accurate. Like I've been experiencing that, especially the past few days. And so the question is how to navigate that, because it can create some kind of confusion, and also it starts to question everything, like what is here to serve us and what is not, or what appears to really serving us and it is not. So it can be that way. So how can we like maybe get more into our center and then like make decisions and move forward based on that?
Yeah, that's beautiful. And then you nailed the what is that? So, yes, you already had one of the answer is that get back to our center, right? So if there's one basic foundation we have learned through all this ascension or spiritual awakening or this healing work, it is to come back to our center, to our heart, to the 0 point, come back to this multidimensional portal, that's our high heart, our heart center. And what I notice is that we are also being required to work with our body as a union, right? Because we chose to be human here on this planet Earth. And there are different sources. Like some say we have, our DNA, our gene bank are a contribution from a few hundred planet systems. And some say it's from a few thousand species. So whichever resonate. So it is a beautiful vehicle. And for most of I would say the old paradigm or the evolution of the consciousness, that, the focus has been on the spiritual, the emotional, the energetic body. But right now, actually, we are being called back to prioritize our connection with our physical body. And so what decision to make, what right decision to make. Of course, it is also very important to have I would say, healthy, vibrant vehicle, because, we could make, if we are constantly in pain, of course, that is also part of the lessons, for the individuals to experience and to evolve from. It is very hard to shall we say, to make easier choices. So to answer your question, it is coming back to your heart. It's all the tools that, I'm sure many of us have learned so many modalities and skills to come back to the heart, the breath work, the pranayama, the yoga, the movement, even the walk in the nature. And I feel the importance that the team has been, or my guides, and has been focusing on looking after our human body while dissolving, like tapping into what are the construct we have been receiving about food, about diet, about the number of meals or the number of protein or different type of protein. Like it has all been very confusing. And really, when we look into the individual's soul history and DNA makeup and the blueprint, each and every one of us has actually very different diet or food intake combination that will support the thriving of the physical body. And in order to live a prosperous and fulfill the mission, this connection with our physical body is really being highlighted as well. And so, yeah, I will
Yeah.
pause here for now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like it can be different from one person to the other. And also I agree with you about connecting more to our body and listening to it. Because like there are so many different advices and information, and they've been changing over time. Sometimes they they recommend something, then they it changed, and so yeah, I agree with you. It's more about learning for us to listen to the needs of our body. Yeah, that's really great, great advice. And also, because like we are talking about galactic and ancient wisdom, so what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I love that you come back to the topic. Yeah, actually. So it feels like such a potent time to really so when this topic comes through, like activate your ancient wisdom, I was like, the first thing that came through actually is this image of well, on the Earth plan, there's this Lemurian, like I'm sure many of us heard something or maybe have different lifetime when you do the healing work. And so on the Earth plan, there's this Lemurian experience. I would use the word experience that many of us have gone through. And of course, there are also ultimately some healing to be done in order to free that imprint from the Lemurian time. However, what we are being invited is really to tap back to the energetics of our lifetime as Lemurian. That is it's a way of being in the energetic of one in union with the nature, with the earth, with the dragons, with dolphins and whales and aquatic beings. And so I think that's also why many people have been, channeling through or bringing through information about the wisdom from whales and dolphins, because they have been the record keeper for billions of years. And dragon energy has been becoming more and more present, right? Like it's like more and more coming through, and people are having experience of dragon communicating and coming into their sphere for activating their ability to do the healing work or do the artwork, or have the ability to transmute. And so what I feel the guides wanted to share, the team wants to share, is that this is time to give ourselves the opportunity to dive deeper into different histories of our lifetime and lineage. So it goes beyond knowing that, I have Arcturian lifetime, I have Palladian, or I have, different consciousness from multiverses. It's truly to take action, whether it's through training, or through your own self discovery and exploration to tap back to that stream of energy and the consciousness of your own soul stream. And that is to, bring through that higher understanding. And I feel many of us are from, seventh dimension. You have lifetime from seventh dimension, the galactic civilization. And I feel predominantly it feels like ninth dimension in this group and 12 dimensions for some. And so it's to bring through the wisdom, the part of you from those dimensions, from these lifetimes, to implement into our own physical life, our own human life. Because one thing I want to share is that when we are work through a specific healing topic, for example, I would say self-doubt. Self-doubt. It's multi-layers, right? Self-doubt, because it comes from your personal soul history, come from the ancestral, come from the collective. And once you work through the self-doubt, for example, to a certain level, then the individual, then I embody a certain vibration. And then in that vibration, when I support individuals or someone else, whether it's a project, it's a one-on-one healing session, I'm able to provide them with the energetic templates. So it will be easier for them to tap into that state of healing the self-doubt. And that is what we actually are being invited to do, is to tap into our different stream of soul lineage and soul consciousness, different group that we represent and that we have access to, and then bring it to our physical experience and then implement that. And that is why the topic also, to create your new paradigm life, because that is the whole purpose, right? Like, why are we here? We are here to create the new earth. And then it sounds so grand. Like, what does new earth mean when I'm struggling, struggling physically, emotionally, financially, and I'm feeling alone and lonely? So this is why this topic is actually very relevant. It sounds a bit grand, but it's very relevant right now, that we are given this opportunity to tap into our soul stream, to bring through the wisdom, the energy, the channeling, the healing modality, and so that we can implement in order for us to be the one that first to create a different life scenario. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you about sometimes we start wondering, like you said, we want to create new Earth, but we don't see maybe things coming to fruition in our daily life. And also coming back to what you said earlier about being in the heart and creating a vibration of what we really want, and maybe trusting the timing for that, because many times many things are happening energetically that we are not aware of, and which are leading us to what we want to create.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I would love to add that, we talked about soul frequency last time, I think in a very different vocabulary.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to bring it back in again. Like, when we talk about our soul frequency, it's very much about our, for a different paraphrase, it's our I am presence, it's our high source self, it's our unique combination of our soul history. So our I am presence and our unique source representation is this soul frequency that we each and everyone vibrates out. And why is that important right now is because, okay, I just I have the tendency to really broad the topic like bigger and bigger. So I hope, I hope you will help me to narrow make it more concrete for people. So because
Yeah.
I wanted to bring in, like, when we very often we hear about unity consciousness. So what is unity consciousness? It's like, it's just like a, for me, long time, it's like a jargon. But however, I'm really feeling that it's such a beautiful understanding, is that, well, based on the law of okay, so when we talk about unity consciousness, is that we are all connected, right? Like, actually what I do, what I think, ripple out to the field, and then because we are all together in this field, we are being affected. And so in this context, the unity consciousness is also like, we are all here to be such a unique expression and such unique song of the note of the song and our frequency. And together, when every one of us is resonating out with from, from our unique unified soul frequency, and that means we work through or let go and dissolve all these constructs and this limitations, this density, then we are able to access more and more of our soul frequency. And in that, when we are animating in our soul frequency, pure vibration out, the universe and life will reorganizing itself to support you to move forward. So people often feel like, okay, but I've done everything. Why is it still not working? And it's because there are sometimes very, small pieces that you just need to be patient and to open your heart, like to really tapping, like which part is still missing, right? Like, how can I love myself a bit more while I'm waiting for the things to happen? And so what I really wanted to say to bring focus back to soul frequency is that is essential, because when we are able to tune in more and more to who we truly are, the unique, very special combination of the soul lineage, the galactic lineage, because many of us has more than one planet reincarnation, right? So when people say you are predominantly Arcturian, that means maybe you have 3 lifetime there, or maybe that's your first landing place in this galaxy. And I am pretty sure, like from a lot of channel experiences, that many of us actually have more than just that 3 lifetime Arcturian. It's just that we don't have the vocabulary to, multiverses yet. And so that, to start to feel into how unique and how important we are in this collective mission, and how important it is to come back to our heart, because that is where we access all our wisdoms and all our, how we tune back to refine or to realign our vibration. I hope it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It's like what I understood is that we have our unique soul frequency, our way of expression. So at the same time, we are part of the whole consciousness, like the unity consciousness. It's just everyone expresses that in a different way, which is soul frequency, and also based on our soul history, like mentioned. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's beautiful. So what I want to share is that is also speaks to, the paradigm of we were taught, like many of us were taught to just see how to make certain things happen like how other people do it. But actually we have our unique way, because we have our unique frequency that we need to attend to. And when we are in alignment within ourselves, right? Like there's no hidden agenda, and there's no sneaky belief, limiting belief,
Yeah.
like underneath, then we will feel a very different energetic moving through life, as if you can really feel a flow of life is organizing as a, for you. And I wanted to talk about money.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting topic, right? The money is such it's a loaded topic. And I'm sure everyone on the call in the community knows that money is energy, money is consciousness, money is a medium or an agent of, manifestation or creation or transformation. And so what I notice right now is that in order to become, I want to use this as an example of create your new paradigm life. And of course, we can also talk about relationship, and we can also talk about children and, galactic children, starseed children. And so up until now, like in each bill of the money, and also when most people think of the money, no matter how much healing work we have done, there's still like loaded energetic with the money. And how do we know when we are not entangled anymore? Is that when you just see money flowing in from different places, and you just feel the money is just looking after you. So I'm almost there. I mean, I'm not there, but I really have been experiencing a new level of the relationship with money. And so that is what we talk about, the new paradigm life. So if we perpetuate, we keep doing what we do, think of how we think about money, how we worry about money, then it's gonna have the similar impact, right? How the similar reaction in our life. And that is why, when we talk about activate your galactic ancient wisdom, because in a lot of civilizations, Lemurian and also many galactic places, there are no this medium as money. There's a different exchange. And therefore, it's also important to allow us to tap into this new energetic, a new way of being, of working with the resources, because money is resources. And so it's about really allow yourself to receive and to experience this new experience, new consciousness of how money is in terms of supporting our revolution. And then from that, then where we are still in this thing, we are still in like tangled or still having some belief. And because also, never underestimate the ancestral imprints, because physically we are connected up to certain generations of the ancestors. So that's a lot of, poverty and I don't know, power struggle, money thing. And spiritually, like we are connected to also the collective imprints, right? So this body of the energetic is so finely designed. So it's hard. It takes a consistent devotion to really allow yourself to untangle. So yeah, so I would pause here because that's a lot of information. I hope everybody's still with me right now. But really feel into what I'm talking about, like feel into the energetics. That's how I'm transmitting as well, like more than just words. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you mentioned, like our relationship with money and resources in general, it's been like based on a lot of fear and scarcity and survival. And so because we are changing the way we are creating our life and living our life. And like you said, it's very important to have to really make time to try to understand how our relationship with it is right now and what we can do to shift that in a loving way. And yeah, like you said, because it can be like we are not healing just for ourselves, but for many others. And also it's maybe if we hear that also we are healing for our whole past timelines or ancestors, it can feel disappointing because the mind thinks that it will take a very long time to heal that. But energetically, because the energy is our accelerating more and more, like also the healing and the shift is following that. So yeah, just sometimes we try to yeah, we understand the things.
Yeah, we want it now, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
do all the healing and just get the money, bring money in, bring the lovers in, bring whatever, we want in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You with that. It's beautiful.
yeah. And so yeah, connecting back to our core, to our you call it to our soul frequency. And for some, it can be like very deep and it can be challenging change or shift. And also, before the call, you mentioned you want to share about your own experience of the dark night of the soul. So I would love if you can tell us about that and how it relates to the subject today.
Yeah, okay. I hope I'm not going to cry. No, I'm not. Oh my God. So thank you for asking this question. It's beautiful. I would say, my story is like many of you, like, the themes we are going through. So I feel, so I spoke about like when I was born as a girl in Taiwan, it was, part of my family just didn't want the girl. And so I was rejected. And even though it was interesting, how we grow up in a condition, like how we are conditioned is that very often people will speak, like, have different phrases, and then to tell you that, women or girls are not important, are not worthy, so you have to prove yourself. So my long journey, almost 5 decades, is that I was just trying to find the meaning in to see who I can be. And I was always trying to keep up. I was trying to I was trying to perform, so I become like a high achiever. Like I feel many of us would identify, like, when you do something like perfectionism and working long hours would just make it done, to make it perfect, to satisfy, people and the society, and trying to prove, whether the success of money, the job, the title. So for me, what I suffered the most, I would feel like, almost like was in this abyss of darkness, was this feeling of not worthy and not good enough. And it's like, no matter, I went to the best university, I earned certain money, I work in certain nice title, and people will look up to, the industry, and there's this sense of like, I'm not doing enough, and I'm not good enough, so I need to improve. So in a way, it really helped me to, learn extra hard, and then to really read about a lot of things. But then I had burnout. I had like, didn't have boundary, and I have burnout, and I was just like depressed. I was like, if I just die now, I think I remember I was in my early 30s. I would just, one day I was just thinking, I have all this money and all this designer, nice things. But if I die now, what's the whole point? Like, I just gone. So I just felt like there was something missing in my life. And when I stumbled upon spirituality, the awakening journey, I perpetuate, right? Like this feeling of not good enough and not worthy. So when I started working as a past life regression therapist, I was like trying to help people so much that I would get energetic burnout as well. Because I was like, oh, let me give you all my love and let me give you all everything, right? So it was because I didn't know who I was. I really need to find some identification. And I think identification is, someone who is good at helping others. So it's like a trait in many of us, the empath, the sensitive, right? Like we became so good at taking care of others that we sort of gave ourselves away. And so when I started channeling all this amazing being like Saint Germain and Isis wanted to come through, and then I was just like, really? I mean, I am just a normal, like that. I have this feeling of they are so amazing. How can I, they want to work with me. I'm so, what do I do? What do I do? And I think it carries on for a long time. It's like, no matter what I do, I just feel that is not enough. And it was not until I truly, yeah, I think I had a few energetic burnout on my spiritual journey as a therapist, as a channeler. I would just like overgiving and trying to prove my worth or the value of my work. And I would say, I'm sure I'm not the only one. And because there's this such a strong imprint, the energetic imprints of not only, of course, personal soul history, but also ancestral and collective. And so it was not until I truly, truly like really dive in, it's like I'm done with this. Like this is just not making sense. So it was not until I'm determined, like I made up my mind, like I'm done with this unworthiness. And interestingly, after I decided I'm done with that, I look at my soul blueprint, like for example, human design. I realized, no, actually, I'm supposed to feel very strong self-worth, like, but that is not my life experience. So I would say working, as a channeler that brings through a lot of messages. And because when the channeling comes through, it's really all about love, right? They could be very simple languages. But I remember very often when I decided to channel myself, I would be talking to myself, recording, and then I'll be crying. And I feel, because like we were saying that the eternal part of us, the ancient part of us that knows nothing about unworthiness, it's just a game, right? Just an imprint. It's just a game experience that we're here to work through and to dissolve. But when we identify with that, it was just so hard. And so yeah, so I feel this whole journey of, running around like blindfolded in this abyss of darkness actually helped me understand, like really experience the deeper layers of compassion of what this human life is about. And and it also made me realize that, I have the choice, and so does everybody, how I want to live the rest of my life, right? Do I want to perpetuate the looping in the unworthiness, not good enough, and struggle with money? Or do I just say, okay, I'm ready to tap into my multidimensional treasures and then step into the person I'm here to become and just devoted, determined, and committed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, also like self-worthiness, it's been like a big part of the theme that I've been having too. And like when you start realizing that's it's just an illusion, you really start questioning everything you are doing, all the choices you've been making. And yeah, that then like your choices starts you make different choices. You start to honor yourself more. You start um how you say like before we've been accepting maybe things just to prove ourselves or maybe to fit in or to be accepted or well received by others. But now it's more about um, we put ourselves first. It's not being selfish, but it's more about doing that from a loving space. And the more we do that, the more we start feeling like naturally we can offer that to others. And when we offer it, we don't feel how to say like burnout or like energy going away because we are like constantly supplying to ourselves that energy of love. So that's came to my mind now after you shared your story. So
That's
yeah, thank you.
That's very beautiful. And I just want to add, like, what you share so beautifully is actually also, like, connect beautifully to the paradigm that we are talking about. Because when we truly, not just out of the mind, when we prioritize our own, when we realize this is just, up until now, okay, I'm done with this chapter and this circle, this cycle of, whatever this type of struggle with a relationship or um which area that in your own life that you decide, okay, I'm just gonna live a different life. So it's really up to the person to decide, okay, I'm gonna choose differently. Like you were saying, prioritize yourself. And it is in that decision that you are able to see, okay, how can I make a different choices, right? Instead of participating and perpetuate the same conversation and the same decisions. And and then really not allow, I think I see so many people and myself included, not allow anything to be the excuse of you become devoted to your own growth and expansion, right? If living in prosperity is what you desire, then do not let any excuse to come into between you and the action that you wanted to create this life in prosperity. Do not let the money become the excuse. Do not let your partner, your parents, your children, your neighbors, your colleagues. And Wendy Kennedy, a channeler I love so dearly and it's so inspiring, she said, don't let other people's limitation limit you. And it is true, right? It's so easy to just plot along and then just, make the decision or say the same thing that what other people are saying. But it is really about tapping back into that wise part of ourselves, like ancient part of ourselves, and to see, to act within, to access our own inner wisdom to see how can I navigate my health or my relationship or my finance differently. And you'll be surprised what information will come through when you started, able to tune in and then to allow the information to come through, because we are so ready. I mean, collective, I mean, small part of collective, right? Like the leaders that we are in this community and are here ready to walk this path. And I think there are already a lot of pioneers or trailblazers that have been opened the path for the possibility, and we are also one of those forerunners. So yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And Moaka shared such a heartfelt sharing, Rayania. Gentle self-love and self-worth have been major life lessons for me too. Thank you, Moaka. Thank you, Moaka. And Linda shared right with you, Rayania, and it's such a wonderful flow of profound wisdom and remembering you are bringing through. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. And yeah, so Rania, do you feel maybe it's the right time for the channeling?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do. I'm
thank you.
curious. Okay. So I'm just gonna invite everybody to come to join me again, to take a few breaths, take a few relaxing breaths. Just allow all the thought and energy and the, what you resonate with to settle within your field, within back to your heart. So I'm going to just take a minute. My intention is to be the pure conduit of the highest frequency. I have a few, I have a few collective that desire to come through. So they're probably like 2-3 groups. Greetings, we are the Whale and Dolphins Collective. We are super delighted to be present with you today in our joyful and delightful energy. We are extending our love to you, our beloved humans. Many of you have deep connection with us in different lifetimes, and we are specifically also talking about Lemurians. And many of you have lifetime through different indigenous. When you are working with the land, the earth, you also work with the stars and the whales and the dolphins. And this is time. We are simply here to affirm to your inkling, your fascination or your love for the ocean, that we are always here supporting your evolution. And when you are ready, we are more than excited to reignite our partnership, our guardianship together as the consciousness of the new earth to support you on your healing journey. We are the healers. We are the heart openers. We are the wisdom keepers. And so are you, our dear one. And so we thank you for this brief brief opportunity to coming through, and know that this is your time. This is your time to allow yourself to travel, to swim, to come swim with us, to allow yourself to connect deeper. Like part of you is longing to return to in union with the nature, specifically water. And of course, some of you are mountains and cliffs and forests. And we are referring to those of you that have such a deep fondness of the ocean. And that is because you had lifetime as well underwater with us, or you work with us energetically. And so we are here to remind you, it is your time to prioritize your joy and your excitement in venturing out to create your life on a new, different routine and different priority, and know that you will be supported. And you just have to open your energetics and allow yourself to tune in more and more with your own unique vibration and frequency, and know that whatever is in your highest good, it is fully supported. And we are the Lemurian Council of Light, our dear ones. When the conversation talk about ancient wisdom, it is not only about your Lemurian lifetimes. However, it is so present in your energetic field that you are now being brought into your awareness that the lifetime of Lemuria is longing to reignite in your energy field. It's for you to tap into your lifetime. You bring back the skills and the abilities that you live in harmony with the nature and with the stars, with the sea, and know that you are truly here to create the new earth as when we came back, well, in the linear time, we were here as well to create the new earth as the experiment. And it was a harmonious relation among one another. And that is what is desired deeply in the heart of the collective, to be in collaboration of love, of fairness and kindness and compassion, and allow the abundance and the prosperity to be the natural result of your expression. And so we are inviting you to tune in and to connect and ask for support, to connect back with your Lemurian lifetimes, and know that it is time for you to rise, to bravely and courageously to step up as a guardian of the new earth, of the new consciousness. And know that it takes linear time to see the fruit of your efforts. And you are not here for the result. You are here for the process and the creation. So allow yourself to have more fun, to enjoy this journey that you signed up for. And when you feel despair of the struggles you are in, then we invite you to seek support, or within your own ability to tap back into your heart and connect with your own soul self, and then to receive the guidance. Know that you are always, always held, and this is indeed the time you have been waiting for. And we are sending you so much peace, joy, harmony, and love. May you remember who you are, our beloved. With that, we are complete. I feel, thank you. Yeah, I feel like this too for today. Very interesting. Thank you. So, yeah, I wanted to share. I wanted to ask you, like, how's your experience today? It feels different today.
Yeah, first, thank you for the channeled messages. And yeah, first, there is so much love in them, and empowerment. And I love that they are more about prioritizing ourselves, and also believing that we are supported, because many times we may believe differently. But that's a great reminder for everyone. That's no matter how it looks in the outside, it's just a process. And like, we've been supported in the past, and we will be supported along this path. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much. And also, everyone, we'd love to hear your feedback about the channel messages. And in a little bit, in a few minutes, we will start taking questions. So you can raise your hand by pressing reactions, then raise hand on Zoom, and also type your questions on the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And before that, Rayania, I would love if you can tell us about the program you are offering. And it includes a workshop. It's a healing relationship workshop, and a 60-minute one-on-one channel session with you. And I invite everyone to visit the page yourdivineuniqueness.com/Rayania, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Rayania, RAYANIA. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description, and the chat boxes on Zoom and YouTube. And yeah, so Rania, I would love if you can tell us about these packages.
Yeah, thank you, Monsef. Feel a bit still spicy. Yeah, this time, because I have been really feeling the need, like I know many of us have been working through a lot of I would say, relationship with our mother, with our father, our caregiver. And it just feels like such a profound time, actually, again, to feel, to heal, and to work through the deeper layers of the wounding with the mother and the father and ancestral. So so that's why I feel guided to, as part of this timing as well, to put in this healing relationship workshop. It's a pre-recorded workshop, and it really, instead of working on the surface, I mean, it works deeper on the soul level. So it's about time that we really dive deep, and then to rewrite our agreement and our contract so we can free each other, right? Because we are not taking our wounding and our disempowered interaction forward into this new paradigm or new chapter. And I know I have also seen that, I assist with some people, and then they have been working through this relationship wounding for a long time. And at some point, it just become working with the mind. So in this workshop, it actually goes deeper to working on the soul levels with the emotions. So I feel it's very important right now, just really to free ourselves, all the agreement and the relationship, we do not desire to, the dynamics, we do not desire to perpetuate, and really rise above to set each other free, whether it's the mother, whether it's your father, whether it's your, ex-partner or your current partner, because we are right now ending a lot of karmic relationship as well. Yeah. And for the channeling, it's exciting. Um, it's very exciting because it feels like it's very empowering that the guides or your team will come through and then to share with you more of your galactic or ancient connection or history. So it's really a powerful session to connect, to help you tap into a different part of yourself. And yeah, and then what I want to share is that I know many people have been receiving different projection, right? Or intuitive information about what we are here to do, what we are here to create. And now it's actually time to access those information in an empowered way. Because what I notice is that, for example, if a psychic or some intuitive reader told you 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you're going to be this and that, or maybe even just last year. And then you feel like, okay, I have to live up to this expectation. How can I, create something, write a book or become such specific role from this intuitive reading. However, time has shifted so much that we actually have been given new opportunity to update our role. So really, I feel invitation, if this resonate, let go of the preconceived or pre-told, like whoever told you what you were going to be or going to do, just allow those go, and then to access what, within your heart, of course, take information and resonate. If it resonate, to really tap into, after all this shift of energetics, after the shift of your healing work, what do you really desire? Does that bring you joy to fulfill a certain role, or what is it that you desire to create? So in this session, we will bring through the information, and if it resonates, then you will also be provided with healing step or empowerment step to see how you can implement that back into your real life. Because I'm all about, I wanted to see change in my life, right? I mean, I am not too much into knowing all about this galactic and then just carry on struggling in life. Because no, I'm here to enjoy my life, right? And I believe we are here to enjoy this human life with, well supported, thriving. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love that, especially that you mentioned about being flexible with the the ideas and maybe the opportunities we had in the past and guidance, because everything changes. And yeah, and like for me, it's not about being this, feeling like unstable, but it's more being more open to something that is much better to us. And yeah, I mean, in general, like from my experience, like the best experience that I had, it was more by being flexible, and they happen in unexpected ways. So yeah, yeah, I love that, and so yeah, thank you very much for offering your support through the one-on-one session and also the workshop. And like you mentioned, it's like it feels like the energy, it's about new beginning, but at the same time there are endings that we are going through. And like you mentioned, the relationship is very big part of that. And letting go of those old patterns and dynamics can really help us in our path forward. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, again, everyone. So yeah, I invite you to sign up for these packages. So you can either sign up for the workshop or the one-on-one session or both. There is package C that includes both. And yeah, so the link is yourdivineuniqueness.com/Rayania, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Rayania, Rayania. Or you can click on the special offer button, which is on the live events page, later on the replay page. The link also on YouTube video description and the chat boxes on Zoom and on YouTube. Wonderful.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely invite you to, yeah, so it will be a channel session. So come
yeah,
receive the vibration and being activated. And perhaps you'll, activate your ancient wisdom as well. Yeah.
yeah, beautiful. And let's see. So feedback from Moaka about the channeled messages. Love the channeling. My head's still jerking and vibrating. Beyond two. So sensitive to energies.
Beautiful.
And another listener, we have just the iPhone. Uh, help create, help heaven on earth. We are guardians of new earth. Yeah, and let's see. We have a question from Linda. Do our dragons watch over us like angels? And if so, do they follow us through lifetimes as guardians of sorts? I wish to honor them in a sacred way, but they are so new to me. Thank you.
Yeah, what a beautiful question. Exciting for you. They are new to you. So it's time that you reignite. Yeah, I think different people have different relationship with dragons and also different contract, right? Well, not contract, like agreement with dragons. So yeah, I would say some of us have dragons through different lifetimes. And the best way actually is to call on them to help you do something. So of course they guard you. I would, but they love to support you in your life, right? So call on a fire dragon to help you transmute your energy to clear your own space, for example. If you feel called, you could also work with, just play a game to see if you are not able to see what color they are, but just really call them in and ask them to show themselves, to give you a sign, and then just start to ask if they are willing or if they could support you with certain things, right? So to help you collect some information or to work through certain energetics and certain healing and to have fun. I definitely love to invite you to play with your dragons. I mean, yeah, most of them when they have developed a personal relationship with us, and especially many of them are with us from different lifetimes, right? So just play with them and really work with them. Yeah. Hope that helps.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Rania. And Linda, we'd love to hear your feedback. You can type it on the chat box. And Cynthia Sherrod, very bright blessings abound in the frequency of your message. Lovely light, sister. No surprise that Divine Gaia Sophia is unpacking the city of illumination in the Gene Keys right now. Thank you both, the dolphins and the whales too, for presenting the wisdom. Namaste.
Thank you.
Linda Sherrod, it helps immensely. Thank you. Sylvia Sherrod, as always, you never disappoint. Love you, Rayania.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Beautiful. And let's see. We have Sue on the phone. Hello.
Hello, Modestet. It's Sue. Hello, Renata. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you, Sue. How are you?
Very interesting conversation today, which fits in with what's happening right now with me. I have an Aturian in the house with me right now. I figured out his name. I call him Nako. That could be wrong. And I usually see the Navy energy, which is really filling the room right now. I'm trying to communicate with him. I have the feeling he's here for my healing of my physical body, but I don't know how he's doing it. Like, I'm just not feeling, how do I put it? Like, I'm feeling okay, but like somebody's working on me energetically.
So,
but I don't know how to understand what he's doing.
okay. I feel, yes, he's here to support you. Actually, the word sovereignty comes to mind. Like, he's here to support you to step up into your own sovereignty, to establish cultivate boundary that is more nurturing and beneficial for you.
Okay. Is he doing any physical healing on me?
I know, and the answer I get is that he actually is helping you with energetic, and he's encouraging you to create new routines to work with your own physical strength. Does that make sense? How is
yeah. Like, I could tell he's like pushing me forward, like in a different direction.
Yeah.
Because when I'm away, he's like taking me. I'm like, now what are you doing? Like, he'll just kind of, no, we're doing this. Like, okay. But I know I have like other teams around me. But I know Aturians, and I know I'm part of what I came from there also. But I knew they were noted for their healing. That's why I thought maybe that's why he was here. But he's here to push me in the right direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, indeed. Yes. He's not the only one, actually, right? Like you said, he's not the only one. Your team actually are very, they
Metatron too.
They are here to support you to really take up your own space. And so again, they would love to support you to stand up on your own feet, if that makes sense. And then to claim your own space, really start to make choices, of course, at your own tempo, that to create relationship that nourish and nurtures you. So you get to receive. You get to receive for who you are.
Oh, okay. That coincides with going to the Akashi Records the other night. Okay. So I'm making my own path now.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, thank you. That at least clarifies some things of what's going on right now.
Yeah, beautiful. Keep going.
Thank you much. That was beautiful. Thank you. I much appreciate it. And blessings to you.
Blessings, Sue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sue.
Also, Monaset. Lots of love.
Much love. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, and Rania, thank you also. Thank you so much for the guidance. And we have a question from Joshua. Does my highest self or star family have any message for me to assist me in achieving financial abundance? Thank you.
Sorry, I laugh because sorry. It's a good question. It's a good question, but So Yeshua, I would invite you to book a session because this is not just one sentence or two. However, it is about believing you can do it. And it feels like you carry, like you have such a strong drive to make it happen. And it's just not going the way that that is desired. And because you have also been carrying a lot of ancestral baggages, it's contradicting your energy. So they are conflicts in your own energetics. And so if I may say that the guides desire for you to release and transmute those baggages and know that you are here to help create the financial freedom and abundance that you so desire. So for what they could say at the moment is to believe that you are worthy and you are capable, because there are certain belief that is, that is not supportive. I hope it helps. How does that?
He wrote yes when you were sharing about the pattern of forcing. Yeah. So yeah, Joshua, we'd love to hear your feedback. You can type it on the chat box. And yeah, so those are the questions for today. Yeah. Probably the audience like feel really grounded or at ease in the energies today. And yeah, so do you have maybe any message before we complete the call? Maybe regarding how to navigate this upcoming energetics.
Yeah. Okay. It's I'm sure I'm so excited. So I think the words I would love to share with everyone is that, it is, I would say, I've repeated a lot of time that it is time to believe in yourself, right? To know, and not only know from the mental capacity, but really to know in your own body that you are here to create the changes. Very likely you are the first one that changed the trajectory in your ancestry. So, not to put pressure on you, but know that you have the capacity because you agree and you chose to take on this role of changing, whether it's the finance, it's the sovereignty, the freedom, the self-empowerment for your lineage, and of course for the collective. But then know that that's what you are here to do, and you have all the resources available for you. So allow yourself to open to whether to receive, like to learn how to channel or bring through certain guidance. I think Akashic record is also one of the methods, or just tuning in your own meditation, do different breath work to allow yourself to tap in, and then to ask for support and to receive the support. Know that you are worthy. You are worthy of all the love, the resources, the money, and just truly feel into what it's like to feel worthy of creating the new paradigm life. And I want to come back to this, is that tap in, like feel into what new paradigm means to you, like what new earth is, how is it relevant in your own life, and how do you want to already live a micro version of new earth, a new paradigm life in your own reality, and just go for that. right? You know, the new relationship with partner, with friends, with money, with children. We didn't get the chance to talk about galactic children, but I guess no, some other time. Yeah, but know that you are, you know, here to lead the way for yourself, for your family, and for many of you who are parents, yes, for your children as well, because your children are here to truly as well to continue the creation of this new earth. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, very, very inspiring, very empowering, and yeah, it comes on the right timing. So thank you so much for that. And I have a feedback from Joshua. Thank you. Yes, helps a lot. Been sensing the ancestors asking to assist them and me in some way. Nice to have clarity from a different perspective. Yeah. Thank you, Joshua. And Irieta, inspiring and beautiful call. Thank you. Annette, thank you so much for the valuable and inspiring information.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah,
My pleasure. My pleasure.
beautiful. So yeah, Rayania, thank you so much for everything you shared today. Yeah, I really love the call and the messages that you shared and also channeled. Yeah, very timely and very, very, very helping. So thank you so much. And also thank you for being available to work with our audience, whether through the one-on-one session or the workshop, the healing relationship workshop, or both. And again, everyone, you can find the packages and sign up on the link yourdivineuniqueness.com/Rayania, yourdivineuniqueness.com/Rayania. Let's get the link.
Look
It's
forward. I
it's
look
R
forward to
A.
connecting.
uh, so yeah, just spelling Rayania. It's Rayania. And yeah, so the link on YouTube video description and the chat boxes as well. And yeah, thank you everyone for the questions. Thank you for the comments. And yeah, thank you again, Rayania.
Thank you, Monsef. Thank you for holding the space for you know, co-creating. I really enjoy every minute. Thank you.
Yeah,
And thank you
yeah,
very much.
yeah. Always a pleasure and joy to have you with us. So thank you again. And yeah, so everyone, with that, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next call. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. See you soon. Ciao.